Hello and welcome to another episode of Space Engineers. And it's been a little bit since I've done an episode, but I've been having an issue with the game. Ever since the Frostbite update, I've been having these short freezes, which is kind of ironic that something related to the Frostbite, a cold-themed update, would have game freezes. But, silly puns and irony aside, I was waiting for the hotfix that came out earlier today in order to see if they've been fixed. Unfortunately, I think I still have that issue. My computer is still giving me some issues while playing the game, so not sure why. However, I'm just going to have to muscle through it to get some episodes done, because I can't leave you guys without content for that long. I mean, I'll do my normal negligence of a few days between my episodes, but I can't leave you guys for a few weeks or more. That would just be cruel and unusual. But as you can see here, I've been hard at work getting the... Oh, am I having one of those freezes now? Oh, there we go. Getting the highway for this area done. Just a regular little four-way junction there, not thinking about, like, I don't need like a roundabout or anything. We don't have any good curved lines in Space Engineers, but just some extra shoulders so that big rovers can make the turn if they need to. But we have some stuff we need to work on before we really get the city into high gear to being made. The museum is coming along fabulously, but it needs a lot of metal grids. It's taking its long time, as he did make it in heavy armor, but that's going to take a while. For some of the other parts of this, and make sure I don't flip this thing, there we go, up you go, up you go, and good. We're going to need to plat out where they're going. We've got some great blueprints that people have sent me, so I'll be using those. But we need more infrastructure. I'd like to get some more assemblers. We just have the 4 basic assemblers and 3 normal assemblers as our only assemblers on this entire giant base that we're making. So we really need to get infrastructure set up on this world here. And I believe one of the first things we need to do before we get all this infrastructure set up is get a way to power it. Because if we don't have the power, then we won't be able to do anything with it. We'll connect up to the base here, we'll jump on in, and I believe I'm just going to turn off the sorter for the moment, as I don't want this stealing too many steel plates at the moment. It's just what I've added on there to the end. It just pushes steel plates into it, so I can refuel it before heading out and working on the highway. We need to get some power going. So we fly on over here, and it'll probably be easier to do this spectator camera, but whatever, let's just go for a fly. We have got this little mountain right here, which has some of the traverse still there that I had made previously. Now, the idea being, let me go grab the spectator camera, is that we were going to come from the tunnel here, and one of these is nicely lined up, and I believe it is this one, if I'm eyeing this correctly. Yeah, that's too much to the side, that's right on, that's too much to the side. So yeah, this one right here. We'll tunnel in through this one to here, go straight up, make a shaft all the way up, and then have a solar tower up here. The sun comes over the horizon right about there, so it's going to get first right in the beginning of the day. It's going to get some sunlight, and then it arcs over where it's going there, and then sets right around there, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll have sunlight for the vast majority of the day, and we'll get a lot of power out of it. And with that, we'll be able to power all these machines that we're going to build. So, let's go get that working. And we need to reposition some stuff, specifically the drills, and also getting some build and repair and projectors and all sorts of stuff. And why the hell is there just a tire here? What exploded while I wasn't here? Okay. You still got all your tires. You never had tires. You've got all your tires. Seriously, what exploded while I wasn't here? Just a mystery tire. This game sometimes. But let me just turn off some of my GPS points here. Don't need all these things on. Risk district. Ooh. Ooh. Triton. Yes. Let's talk about that now. So Triton was added to the game. However, it wasn't added to the space, like the solar system sandbox, which is what I'm playing in. I was thinking I was going to go and where are the other planets? I was going to go and stick it somewhere past Alien as somewhere interesting to go to. However, they, in this hotfix, have added it to the solar system, and that position for it, I went into a new save, found out where it was supposed to be, made a GPS point on its center, and how big it was supposed to be by, putting a GPS point on one side and then flying through it, and looking at the other side and seeing it was about 75 kilometers thick. So here we are. This is Triton, as it should be in the solar system. So it is about 2,500-ish. I think on its close face, it's pretty much, 2,540-ish from Earth. So it's about going to Mars. From here to there is from there to here. So that's fine. We'll use that as the proper lore positioning. And of course, I added that by being in creative and then going left shift F10, went to planets, Triton, size, spawn. So that's how you can do it for yourself, for your existing saves. But now we have Triton, and I am going to delete that little waypoint so that I need to find my way there. But let us head back on down here. We need to grab a few supplies and then figure out which one of these is the right one. It will be this one. I just gotta go find that one myself. So we're gonna need... Oh, things loading in here. We need some build and repair. We need some projectors, and we'll probably want to get a seat, a control seat, just so that we have plenty of access to do stuff with. So control seat, projector needs steel plate. I already got a bunch of steel plate on me. Excellent. So we'll fly down here a bit. I'm not sure how far I need to go, but let's see. 1, 2, 3 more over. 1, 2, 3. This one? Is this the right one? It is the right one. Okay, excellent. So, if I... see how the game slowed down there for a second? It's these little micro stutters, man. This should be, if I cut that in the center there, right over top of a conveyor. Excellent. And I can place down a build and repair in that spot. Then with our projector, Want that this way. We'll place it right there, and we'll place our seat right there. Get these things hooked up and welded up. And this is going to be Projector Solar Tunnel. We'll have to make a crossroads here and put a big sign that says Solar Tower that way. And we can get this big bad boy here, 32. We can toggle this block on. And build and repair. And repair. Solar tunnel. Excellent. Let's get this all loaded up. I'll first just turn him off so when I load the blueprint, I'm not going to be immediately building it. But we want my tunnel and the modular tunnel section. There we go. Excellent. We can set up that thing here with all the different projector changes, turning it on, off, and then all of the different angles so we can align it up. And we've done this before. First we need to get that into position, roll it over. Which way is this pointing now? It's pointing the wrong way. Alright, there we go. That's pointing the right way. Slide it into position. And I'm going to need to project back in order to connect the things here, aren't I? Yeah, I need to slide this whole thing backwards. Unfortunate part is I am going to get a few blocks here being built. I don't want that. But I need some way to start this, because otherwise I don't have a conveyor from here to there, which would suck. And I'm not about to go and dig out all that area. Whatever. I'll get some blocks here. I can actually put down some, say, catwalks temporarily, and that should block the blocks. Come on, I should be able to... Oh, wrong side. I was gonna say I should be able to access this guy's inventory from here, but here we go. Grab some construction components. Plop those down, just so these blocks are not built, and I can still use the tunnel while this is building. You need construction component. Oh, come on. There's gotta be some construction component in here. I've built billions of them. Yes, I have. Thank you. Oh my god, the micro stutters, they're getting so annoying. Okay. On. Get you going. And also, oh god, right. Your sound. You're so loud. Why are you so loud? 10%. There you go. So, that thing should be hard at work. Yeah, he's going to build the build and repair. And then that build and repair is instantly on the network. And it will start helping out. And then that will cascade forward as it builds more and more of the blueprints. Now, it needs to build this here. So I need to actually grind away this wall. Because this is now going to be pathway after we're done. Like that. Excellent. Get that done. And now it is projecting forward. And realistically, we're done the first projection, really. We're already on to the next one. So I think I can actually just get rid of this. take up these little bits of catwalk and be done with it. Because that's connected to there, that's moving forward, that's being built, that's being projected, and then the projectors will continue forward. Excellent! Alright, next thing to do, fly my ass back over here where my base digging controls are, and set that to start to dig. So, where the hell is the base digger anyway? Let's just bring it on back. It's 2,000 meters away. Forward offset back to 0, and it should be somewhere around here. Ah, there we go. That's unique shape. Oh, I know what that was for. That was for the digging out the entrance to this thing. Ah, right. But let us get this bad boy digging in the right spot now, which we need to set up the size of it. Width is going to max out. Height is 20. Depth is 25. That should be the size we need. Yep, because our tunnel is going that way, so that is perfect. And we are, at this point, approximately maybe 600 meters forward. Let's try that out. Let's go forward offset. Let's go 600. Oh wow, I'm good. Nice. And now I can just bring it down with the slight adjustments. Go keyboard, tap those buttons furiously. One, two, done. Okay. And this way. Good. And now, slide into position this way. And good. And then activate drilling. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that leaving this game on for the longest duration, leaving it like just running while I'm doing chores and such. Yes, we have actually gone through a lot of our stone. Several of our large cargo containers are empty. Several are still full, but we do have a lot of them. We have a lot of buffer room that we can absorb of stone before we need to, again, leave the game on running overnight. So, we have begun the process of digging out to the solar tower, which will take its sweet time. And I believe... Oh, I should go get that. Might as well. I haven't gotten an unknown signal in a very long time. I believe I can get rid of... I don't need to get rid of this yet, but I could get rid of that now if I wanted to. Well, let's go get that unknown signal, because why the hell not? Deposit all of our crap. And I... What a Team Rover. I thought I'd turn that antenna off. Now, it's a kilometer that way. Can I actually get out of the base on this edge? Because there is a trick you can do with nice light rovers. Is if you are stuck somewhere, you can actually leap out. And I wonder... let's see here. I think I can do this. If you hold down X... Oh, I don't want to do it right here, but if you hold down X, you can bottom out your suspension. And I can... Oh, limbo? No, I can't limbo there. Continuing holding down X. The moment I release it, my suspension is going to go back up. And I'll be shot back up towards the sky. Snuck out. And then Oh, let's do a trick here. Alright, do a spin here on the ice. Da 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 da. I'm like James Bond. Oh shit. Well, that was fun. Caused some damage, but that's okay. What even did I damage? Did I hurt this at all? Doesn't look like it. Just bounced right off of it. What did I damage here? Undercarriage, I guess? The rover's still functional, so who cares? Less weight. Let's go. I'm hearing thumps. Hopefully this rover is still fine. But hopefully everyone is doing good out there. We are in the middle of a global event, which it's going to be interesting when we look back at the end of our lives and say, wow, I lived through that. I saw that history happen, and now this person's reading about it in a book. But I hope you're all staying safe. For me, I've got to be one of the most least impacted people on the planet here. I have a job that I can work from home at, and I'm able to do my leisure activity, which is making videos and playing games, with no human interaction at all. It's like this this virus. Us introverts. Oh, terracotta boots, very nice. Us introverts have been practicing this social distancing all of our lives. We know how to do it. Hey, credits. Man's welder and some stuff. Not like I need the welder. I've already got the super welders. Alright. Yeah, let's take off. But yeah, hopefully everyone's staying healthy, happy, and sane. Otherwise, I'll just try to continue making more content. But enough of that dreary topic. Let's get back to this stuff. So what else are we going to do today? Well, I did have some good buildings that were sent to me, so I could try to go and lay some of those out. Maybe extend the grid off a little bit. Was there, like, where was it? There was Clang Towers. Everything below the green cam was meant to be below ground. There's the air traffic control tower. There's also a bunch of other stuff in here. If I toggle between this and just what's coming out of Steam, there was a few other ones that people sent me. Dish platform with base. This is a guy that remade it based on the Frostbite update. This is awesome. And actually, that platform fits perfectly in one of my 9x9 squares. So I'm thinking that I want to take that dish platform and use it to cap off my lighthouse or whatever there's going to be here. This might just be my my big signal antenna coming from this position. So, I don't know, we can spend some time working on this today. I think that might be a good idea. Let me go grab some supplies and probably wait until we've got some more sunlight, and then we can work on the lighthouse radio tower. And with another day rising and a whole bunch of materials in hand, let us hip scotch and jump out of here. And yes, I got the rover there. I am actually wanting to make this a competition of some sort. I mean, this should be an Olympic sport. It's rover jumping. You have a rover that has pretty good suspension, so it can take falls from a decent height. Oop, that's not enough jump. And then you line up with something like this. Just get prepped by depressing your stuff, and then you try to land on the spot, although land incorrectly, bounce off of it, and crash to the ground. And you try to do stuff like that. And then you just hang out here, and then hopefully build and repairs will build you up. Come on. Come on, build and repairs. Build and repair. Oh, jeez. This game. There you go. Now you're being fixed up. Willful damage. Yay! God, I love that mod. That mod makes life far too easy. Build and repairs for the MFB off. Excellent. Okay, so I got a bunch of stuff. Let's head on over and start designing the... I guess it's not really a lighthouse anymore. It's going to be more like a spaceport docking spot. Maybe this is where I want to have the... Oh, maybe this is where I want to have the airport instead of over there. Maybe this is my spaceport. So you land anywhere on the lake, and then you can come over here and dock up to whatever you want, and then get access to the tunnels immediately. Oh, maybe that's the plan. Or maybe I'll have a secondary hangars over there for some of my own aircraft. Again, with these little micro stutters. Far too annoying. Alright, let's just drive up here. I think I can fit underneath this. Oh yeah, more than well. And just park my ass up. Do I really want to park there? No, I'll go off the hill a little bit. I'll park right there. Good little rover. Stay. Alright. So, if we take a look at that blueprint for the... What was it? It was the dish. Yes, dish platform with base. It's got a nice platform to it, but it should sit on top of something. What I'm thinking is we have a nice grid here. Each corner should be a landing platform, I think. So I'm thinking I want to fill in these platforms here. I'll just do it on one, and then, of course, I can do a lot of it off camera here to get this actually built up. With, let me get the rest of this off my bar, we'll have, of course, a junction in the center, which should be one more. There? Yeah, that looks about right. Or that junction, shouldn't be a junction. It should be a connector. That connector facing upwards. Yeah. So it's a nice open connector. Nice landing pad here. And I'm thinking that the tower is going to essentially occupy the center with the four ones coming around the side. Let me just get rid of this. So, each of the four corners will be a landing pad. The center here will go up in a tower to some height. And then it's going to angle downwards to essentially the edge here. So like these are going to be slope, I guess. at this point. So the idea being, this will slope back into the tower. You'll have access right here, right in the center. Oh, we need the right block. There we go. And through doors. And we can use the new door, the offset door. Because why not? Stop frickin'... Stop stuttering on me, space engineers. God damn. Yeah. Offset door there. Same thing here, pointing this way. Offset door. Yeah, so you'd land here on the platform, dock up your ship, then you'd come over to here, you go through one of the doors into the base. These are all going to be slanted back, going like this. Now, do I want this to be just a solid slant, or should I, like, come up for a bit, in, and then a steeper slant? That might look kind of cool. Sort of break up the shape of it. Because inside, I want this to be... Or, ooh, I should have this in a big glass slant. Oh, that would be beautiful. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Big glass. So across his entire face, it can be glass windows up to a point, and then cover all of it. First, let's see what this would look like. There's going to be a solid... Now, is that a solid wall, or is that glass as well? I'm second guessing myself. I think a solid wall. Alright. And that would continue around. Each of these spots here would have that slant to it. Then from there, the tower would go straight up to some point. Not sure where that point is going to be yet. But how is this doing for my 7 by... so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Wait, let me count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 interior, 8 there. So that would be one of my squares. If I want to keep this all gridded out nicely. The next grid would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right where it is currently. And heading up with that one. So what I could do is I could angle this back to a point and then have this go at a steeper angle 2 to 1 so it meets up with this. So it's steep and then shallower angle. Let's see what that looks like on this side. Give me a second to get that done. Ooh, that shape looks interesting. Yeah, I like that shape better. I mean, it starts off pretty quick until you get to a nice, say, 3 tall interior. So you could have a nice big sort of reception room with glass wall going up. And then from there, you could have a secondary, like a floor above that. Up here, where we'd have another 3 high room, essentially splitting this normal 7 high of my grid into 2 levels. And it going up that way. I like that. Let's do that. Okay, so this comes over. This is the last bit of that angle. So all these angle ones can go away, and I'll replace those in the future here. So then that meets up nicely with this level here, which then I think I still want to go one more higher. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. And that would be the height of that grid. And then on top, up there will be the control tower. I'm thinking, like, if you're up here and this entire thing is made of glass up here, you should be able to see some pretty awesome stuff. Alternatively, I could go one higher than that. Yeah, I mean, considering the size of its base, it could go higher. Let's go one more grid up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. And with that, is this the right height for a nice control tower? I think it might be. And then we can put a nice big control tower here. Be able to see all of the ice. Be able to direct all sorts of traffic landing and taking off. Woohoo! I like that. Okay, so that's how tall it's going to be. This is the design that the Edge is going to take. We're going to have 4 different platforms to land on. 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the corners. We got these atriums here, which will act as essentially security with a central area, central lobby, essentially, where you can hang out and wait for your flight. Maybe we'll have a... Oh, we could have some sort of, like, access down that way. I'm thinking a central elevator, but not a cargo elevator, not a vehicle elevator. Something small. Something for a human-sized party. And I believe I can do that if I get the center one, which is this guy. I believe I can do that fairly small. With just, say, the center 9 blocks or so. Those. So if I come over this way, I can make an elevator that will hold this central shaft here, and we'll have doors, like double doors on each side, so that it can go up and down. Yeah, I think I can do that. Alright. Well, I am excited about planning this out. I'm going to do a whole bunch of this placing and get some build and repairs wired up in this area, because I need to figure out, first off, how I'm going to run all my tubing underneath the edge here, which shouldn't be that difficult. And obviously, oh, wow, ooh, you're really digging this out quickly. I can probably move this thing along. Nice. And we should have at least the framework of this, whatever this will be, our spaceport. The framework of it started and put together for the next episode. But we're just going to get started on it now. Hopefully, I'll get that out nice and quick here. But for now, thanks for watching. Good hunting out there, fellow space engineers.